Monsties, it finally happened. The number that everyone has been waiting for. 290,000. Yes, Ahyeon's Weibo Super Talk just crossed 290K followers. And with that one record-shattering moment, she didn't just set a milestone, she made history. The 5th-Gen K-pop scene is fierce. It's a battlefield of rising stars, viral moments, and ever-changing fandom leaves. But somehow, Ahyeon, one of BABYMONSTER's youngest yet most dynamic members, has carved her name into the digital legacy of K-pop history. And here's the wild part. She's still the first and only 5th-Gen female idol to achieve this milestone on Weibo. But how did this happen? How did one girl from a newly debuted group turn her Super Talk into a phenomenon that outpaces entire fandoms? Let's dive deep into the story behind the number, because this isn't just about followers. It's about power, presence, and pure star quality. To understand why this is so monumental, we have to rewind a little. When BABYMONSTER first appeared under YG Entertainment, expectations were high. They were marketed as the next global girl group sensation, a new generation of fierce vocals, captivating visuals, and unstoppable charisma. And while some fans were still debating which member would become the group's main it girl, Ahyeon was quietly building her own empire, one follower, one post, one moment at a time. When she debuted officially, her presence on Weibo exploded overnight. Within just a few weeks, her Super Talk, a fan-dedicated Weibo forum, was already drawing in tens of thousands of followers. But what happened next was beyond what anyone expected. Ahyeon's Super Talk didn't grow normally. It didn't just trend for a few days and fade away. It skyrocketed. Fans from China, Korea, Thailand, and even Western fan bases joined in. Every time Ahyeon's fan cam dropped, every time she appeared in a BABYMONSTER vlog, her name would surge up on Weibo's trending list. And with every comeback, the numbers just kept climbing. One post about Ahyeon could easily pull millions of reads in hours. Her name became one of the most searched in the K-pop category. By the time her Super Talk hit the 200K follower mark, people already knew she was on track to something massive. But now, 290K? That's not just impressive, that's dominance. For context, even several 4th-Gen idols who debuted years earlier haven't reached that number yet, and we're talking about someone who's only recently started her journey as a public figure. You might be thinking, okay, it's just Weibo followers, right? But no, this means so much more than that. Weibo's Super Talk isn't like a regular fan page. It's a fandom ecosystem. Every post, every comment, every share adds up to a total engagement number that reflects not just popularity, but influence. 1.84 billion posts read. Let that sink in. That's not just fans scrolling, that's fans living in the Ahyeon universe. Every photo, every clip, every update becomes a spark that travels across social media. And in a digital landscape where trends come and go in seconds, maintaining long-term attention like this is almost impossible. Yet Ahyeon does it, consistently. This milestone isn't just about her fanbase's dedication. It's about how Ahyeon has become a cultural presence, even among non-fans. She's one of those rare idols who pulls people in just by existing. So what is it about Ahyeon that captures so much attention? Maybe it's her duality. The way she can look like a total visual queen one second and a chaotic best friend the next. Maybe it's the way her voice carries that YG it factor, husky, emotional, and powerful. Or maybe it's her authenticity. Ahyeon feels real. She doesn't need to act mysterious or polished all the time. She's confident, expressive, sometimes goofy, sometimes intense, and fans connect deeply with that. When you see her perform, you can feel that she's not trying to be someone else. She's just being Ahyeon. And that honesty is magnetic. Fans often describe her as a mix of main vocal power and main character energy. She's got the kind of charisma that makes you hit replay on her fan cam even when you've already seen it 10 times. And on Weibo, that energy translates perfectly. But here's another reason behind this record: global fan collaboration. BABYMONSTER's fandom, known for its unity and energy, has mastered the art of collective promotion. Ahyeon's fans, especially on Chinese platforms, organize events, translations, and streaming projects with clockwork precision. There are banners, voting drives, trend hashtags, even digital birthday events that rack up millions of impressions. And here's the fun part: fans don't just support her for her visuals or talent. They admire her resilience. Ahyeon has gone through moments of uncertainty, like temporary hiatuses and intense online discussions. But every time she steps back into the spotlight, she proves herself again and again. That resilience has become a core part of her identity, and fans respond to it passionately. It's not just about a pretty face, it's about strength. And that's exactly what the global K-pop community loves to celebrate. Let's talk about 5th-Gen idols for a second. They're growing up in an era where fame isn't measured by album sales alone. It's measured by engagement, visibility, and digital dominance. And when it comes to that digital battlefield, Ahyeon is leading the charge. She's not just keeping up, she's setting the standard. While most 5th-Gen idols are still building their base, Ahyeon's Super Talk is already breaking 4th-Gen records. That's like a rookie athlete outperforming seasoned champions in their first season. It's wild, and it says something very real about where K-pop is heading. The next era of idols will be shaped by digital fandom culture, where one powerful online movement can redefine an idol's legacy overnight. And Ahyeon, she's the blueprint. Let's not forget the numbers, the records, the milestones. They all come from people. Every one of those 290,000 followers represents a fan who found something in Ahyeon that spoke to them. Maybe it's her fearless stage era. Maybe it's her vulnerability in interviews. Or maybe it's the way she radiates confidence even when she's silent. K-pop fandoms are built on emotion, and Ahyeon's fans feel everything deeply. They celebrate her highs, protect her through the lows, and make sure her name shine no matter what. It's more than just standing, it's connection. One fan wrote, "She gives us strength when she performs. Supporting her feels like cheering for a friend who never gives up." And honestly, that sums it up perfectly. Of course, the internet noticed. When Ahyeon's Super Talk hit 290K, Chinese and Korean online communities were flooded with posts celebrating the achievement. K-netizens praised her visuals and charisma, while C-netizens called her the next Weibo princess. Some fans even pointed out that Ahyeon's digital impact could rival top-tier idols who've been active for years. And then came the memes, the edits, the celebratory fan videos, some showing her journey from debut to this moment. It was emotional, chaotic, and beautiful all at once. Even casual K-pop listeners started asking, who is this Ahyeon everyone keeps talking about? And that's how stars are born, through waves of curiosity and admiration that spread like wildfire. So what does 290K really mean? It's more than a number. It's proof of consistency, of loyalty, of impact. It means Ahyeon has solidified her position not just as a member of BABYMONSTER, but as a standalone icon in the making. It means she's already influencing fan culture across Asia before her career has even reached its peak. And it's a reminder to fans, to industry watchers, to everyone paying attention that this generation of idols is rewriting the rules. 290K followers is a statement. Ahyeon isn't just part of the conversation. She is the conversation. So where does she go from here? With BABYMONSTER gearing up for their next activities, Ahyeon's momentum shows no signs of slowing down. Fans are already predicting that her Super Talk will hit 300K soon, maybe even before the year ends. There's talk of new brand endorsements, more viral fan tams, and of course, BABYMONSTER's expanding influence globally. And if this pattern continues, Ahyeon could easily become one of the most digitally powerful idols of her generation. She's already proved she can lead trends. Now it's about how far she'll push them. So here's the question. Is Ahyeon just getting started? Because if this is only the beginning, the K-pop world might not be ready for what's coming next. From her jaw-dropping vocals to her magnetic energy on screen, from her viral Weibo records to her loyal fanbase, Ahyeon is showing us what a 5th-gen legend looks like in real time. But what do you think? Do you believe Ahyeon will hit 300K followers before the next BABYMONSTER comeback? And what makes her stand out to you among this wave of new idols? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you won't miss the next deep dive into K-pop's most talked about stars. Because one thing's for sure, Ahyeon's story is far from over. If 290K is the milestone, then the next chapter